started off doing Planet Perk, which we shoot every Wednesday. And, you know, I just kept going to him about different ideas that I was having about, like, either different types of shows and just stuff like that. Just, you know, he was the type of person that's always open to your ideas and you know, ways to branch out. And so, like, 5 minutes into me talking about it, he was like, all right, you're doing it. I'm like, whoa. Like, wait, I don't get in front of cameras, man. I don't do this. You know, I'm just a guy in the back that think of stuff. I'm like, no, put me in front of the camera. But I mean, it was one of the times where he forced me to do something I wasn't comfortable with,
which is the best, right? Coming out of your comfort zone.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I appreciate it for not letting me, you know, like talk myself out of it or you know doing stuff like that. But you know, that's how I pretty much got started, and you know, I've been doing it probably since November. What's
the concept behind it?
Oh man, just I like to sit down and talk with different people about maybe things that that they don't get to speak about on a normal basis. So like you know, I will sit down with you know, someone who's into fitness and speak with them about mental health and how fitness affects mental health. And or you know, I did one about with a singer, Michael Grayhouse, and you know, we discussed, you know, mental health and how it is from an artist standpoint, you know, and we got into different things about you know, how just all kinds of psychological topics and you know, pretty much the things that he's seen and he deals with in the music industry. And of course, you know, when you came by, you know, we definitely got into, you know, with the sports aspect, but we did definitely get a lot to the colon cancer research and a lot of things that you're involved in with that, and then like share your own story that affects that involves with mental health and things like that. So I mean, it's definitely fun. I mean, it gives people a chance to open up in another, you know, another world than they known for.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let me ask you a question. Sticking with that, because the big thing that came out on last year was a lot of athletes finally started to admit that they had mental health issues. You had Kevin Love coming out saying that he had a panic attack during the Oklahoma City game, and he had to get up and leave the arena. Then you had like DeMar DeRozan came out and said that he deals with mental health issues as well. And there's a lot of other players who have come out and talked about it, up to and including the commissioner of the NBA just said 2 weeks ago when he talked about a lot of these NBA players deal with anxiety and how social media plays a part in it. What do you think? Why do you think that, especially in sports, that mental health has become such a hot issue? Is it because, and especially because we talked about this on your show, do you think it's from an African American standpoint, you know, which is the predominantly basketball and football? From that standpoint, now we're finally starting to be able to talk about it, or we're starting to talk about it?
Honestly, you know, I'm from a football background. I played football at Westside, and then I played like 1 year at TSU. But I personally feel like it came from the CTE research, because like in sports or in football, of course, you know, like when you do research of you know, let's say a full career of a football player, it's equivalent to getting in a car wreck like every day, going 40 miles per hour, hitting a brick wall. You know what I mean? Like to the amount of impact that you put on your body, the force that you put on your body to play a full season.
Yes.
So then, you know, you got your CTE issues, and you got, okay, now we got how many people getting hit in the head and concussions and things like that. I think that kind of opened the doors to say, okay, well, what else is affecting?
Okay.
You know, what else is it? I mean, we didn't all. I mean, a lot of people probably studied the brain, but like the world wasn't big interested until people started killing themselves based on the stuff that they had in CTE and things like that. So not only do like physical impacts to your head and brain fix that, but unresolved mental issues that we kind of talked about the day when we came through, those can get big, because I mean, you can't pay your way out of mental health. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
You name Kevin Love, DeRozan, the commissioner, these are millionaires.
Yes.
Multi-millionaires.
And people think that money can mask mental health issues only for so long before they start to come out. And when I look at a lot of these athletes, because I'm not going to even lie to you, I'm an advocate for these athletes being able to use marijuana if it's going to be, you know, for medical purposes and to help them out, because it's natural and it helps some people. Like when you look at a David Irving, who we watch smoking marijuana.